Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right? Eating healthy, exercising, drinking water. Yet the scale just wouldn't move. You might have even thought, maybe my metabolism is broken, or maybe my body just doesn't want to lose weight. But what if I told you that the real reason you're stuck has nothing to do with your workouts or your diet, but with something you're doing or not doing every single night? Yes, I'm talking about sleep. Sleep isn't just rest. It's not just downtime when your body shuts off. In fact, sleep is one of the most active and powerful processes your body goes through, and it directly controls your hunger, your cravings, your metabolism, and even how much fat you burn. If you're not sleeping enough, or not sleeping well, your body is literally wired to hold on to fat. So today, we're going to dive deep into how sleep affects weight loss. We'll cover why poor sleep makes you hungrier and crave junk food, the science of how sleep regulates fat-burning hormones, how sleep deprivation slows your metabolism, the shocking connection between sleep and belly fat, and most importantly, simple, practical strategies to fix your sleep so your body can finally let go of the extra weight. Stay with me until the end, because I'll also share a specific nighttime routine you can start tonight to maximize fat burning while you sleep. Ready? Let's go. Part 1. Why sleep is the hidden weight loss superpower. Most people think of weight loss as a simple equation: eat less, move more, burn calories. But science has proven it's not that simple. Your body is not a calculator. It's a complex system of hormones, signals, and rhythms. And one of the biggest regulators of all these systems is sleep. Think about it. While you sleep, your body isn't just resting. It's repairing muscles, balancing hormones, and resetting your brain and nervous system. This is when your body does the real work of recovery. And recovery is what allows fat loss to happen. Research shows that adults need around 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night, but most people today get 5, 6, or maybe 7 hours at best. And often, the sleep quality is poor because of stress, screens, or irregular schedules. And here's the kicker. Just one night of poor sleep can mess with your metabolism the next day. Imagine what months or years of sleep deprivation do. In fact, one major study found that people who slept less than 6 hours per night were 55% more likely to become obese compared to those who slept 7 to 8 hours. That's not a small difference. That's huge. And it shows us that sleep is not optional if you want to lose weight. It's essential. Part 2. How lack of sleep makes you hungrier. Here's where it gets really interesting. When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces more of a hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone. It tells your brain, I'm starving, feed me now. At the same time, lack of sleep lowers the production of leptin. Leptin is your satiety hormone. It tells your brain, I'm full, stop eating. So when you're sleep deprived, you're hit with a double whammy. More hunger signals and fewer stop eating signals. And guess what? Studies show that people who are sleep deprived eat an average of 300 to 500 extra calories per day without even realizing it. That's the equivalent of a small meal. Just because your hormones are out of balance. But it's not just about eating more calories. It's about the type of food you crave. When you're tired, your brain craves quick energy. That means sugary snacks, processed carbs, and junk food. You're less likely to want a salad or grilled chicken when you're running on 5 hours of sleep. Instead, you'll reach for cookies, chips, pizza, or soda. This is not about willpower. It's about biology. Your brain is literally wired to push you toward high-calorie foods when you're sleep deprived. And that's why sleep plays such a massive role in weight management. Part 3. Sleep and metabolism. Now let's talk about metabolism. Many people blame their slow metabolism for weight gain. And while genetics play a role, your lifestyle, especially your sleep, has a huge influence. When you sleep, your body regulates insulin. Insulin is the hormone that controls blood sugar. When you don't sleep enough, your cells become more resistant to insulin. That means your body can't process sugar effectively, so your blood sugar spikes, your pancreas releases more insulin, and your body ends up storing more fat, especially belly fat. In fact, studies have shown that just a few nights of poor sleep can make your body act as if it's in a pre-diabetic state. That means your metabolism is sluggish, your fat storage is higher, and your energy levels crash during the day. But when you get enough sleep, insulin sensitivity improves. Your body processes carbs more efficiently, and fat burning becomes easier. Sleep also directly affects your resting metabolic rate, the number of calories your body burns at rest. People who sleep well have a higher metabolic rate, while sleep-deprived people burn fewer calories even when doing nothing. That means even if you don't change your diet, sleep alone can influence how many calories you burn in a day. Part 4. Cortisol and belly fat. Here's another hormone that ties everything together. Cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. It's important in small amounts. It helps you wake up in the morning and gives you energy during the day. But when cortisol levels stay high, your body stores fat, especially around the belly. Poor sleep is one of the biggest triggers for elevated cortisol. When you don't sleep enough, your body perceives it as stress. And when your body is stressed, it wants to protect you by holding on to fat. High cortisol also breaks down muscle tissue, which is the last thing you want when trying to lose weight. Muscle is metabolically active, meaning the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn. But without enough sleep, cortisol eats away at muscle and encourages fat storage. This is one of the main reasons why people struggle with stubborn belly fat. You can diet, you can exercise, but if your sleep is out of balance, cortisol will keep you from seeing results. Part 5. The vicious cycle of sleep and weight gain. Now let's put it all together. Poor sleep gives more ghrelin. Less leptin gives more hunger, gives more cravings for junk food, gives higher insulin resistance, gives more fat storage, gives higher cortisol, gives more belly fat. And here's the worst part. The cycle feeds itself. Gaining weight can make it harder to sleep. Because extra weight can cause sleep apnea, discomfort, or poor breathing at night. So the less you sleep, the more weight you gain. And the more weight you gain, the less you sleep. It's a vicious cycle. But here's the good news. You can break the cycle. And you don't need a perfect diet or a hardcore workout plan to start. Just improving your sleep can reset your hormones, boost your metabolism, and make weight loss much easier. 6. Sleep and appetite hormones. Ghrelin and leptin. One of the most fascinating and often overlooked ways that sleep affects weight loss is through its direct influence on the hormones that regulate hunger and fullness. Let's break it down in simple terms. Ghrelin is often called the hunger hormone. It signals to your brain that it's time to eat. Leptin, on the other hand, is the satiety hormone. It tells your brain when you've had enough food and helps prevent overeating. Now, here's where sleep comes into play. When you are sleep deprived, your body tends to produce more ghrelin and less leptin. That means you feel hungrier than usual and have a weaker signal telling you to stop eating. Imagine this scenario. You've had a rough night with only 5 hours of sleep. The next day, you wake up feeling drained, and before long, you're craving a large breakfast loaded with refined carbs. By mid-morning, you're already hungry again, despite having eaten. By lunchtime, your appetite feels almost uncontrollable. This isn't just a lack of willpower, it's your hormones working against you. Studies have shown that people who sleep less than 7 hours per night tend to consume an average of 300–500 extra calories per day compared to those who sleep well. Over time, those extra calories accumulate, leading to gradual weight gain. So, when you think about weight management, don't just focus on calories and workouts, focus on restoring hormonal balance through quality sleep. 7. The impact of cortisol. The stress-sleep-weight cycle. Another crucial hormone that ties sleep and weight together is cortisol, often called the stress hormone. Cortisol is not inherently bad. In fact, it's essential for energy and alertness. But when cortisol levels are chronically high, often as a result of poor sleep, it creates a cascade of problems. Here's how it affects weight. 1. Increased appetite. Elevated cortisol encourages cravings for high sugar and high-fat foods. 2. Fat storage. Cortisol signals your body to store more fat, especially around the belly area. 3. Insulin resistance. High cortisol levels make it harder for your cells to use insulin properly, which can lead to weight gain and even diabetes risk. Sleep deprivation raises cortisol because your body perceives lack of rest as a form of stress. In other words, when you don't sleep enough, your body acts as if it's under attack. Its survival mechanism is to hold on to fat. This creates what I call the stress-sleep-weight cycle. Poor sleep gives high cortisol, gives more cravings, and fat storage gives harder to sleep the next night, gives the cycle repeats. Breaking this cycle requires prioritizing consistent, restorative sleep, which naturally lowers cortisol and brings your metabolism back into balance. 8. Sleep quality versus sleep quantity. When it comes to sleep and weight loss, many people focus only on how many hours they sleep, but the truth is, quality matters just as much as quantity. You could sleep for 8 hours, but if your sleep is light, fragmented, or filled with frequent awakenings, your body won't get the restorative benefits. Good quality sleep has these features. You fall asleep within 10 to 20 minutes of lying down. You go through multiple deep sleep and REM sleep cycles. You wake up feeling refreshed and alert, not groggy. Poor quality sleep, on the other hand, can occur from too much caffeine or alcohol before bed, an irregular sleep schedule, stress or racing thoughts, sleeping in an environment that is noisy, too hot, or too bright. For weight loss, deep sleep is especially important because that's when your body does the majority of its repair and hormonal regulation. If you cut deep sleep short, your hunger hormones, stress hormones, and metabolism are thrown off balance. So, when planning your routine, don't just aim for 8 hours of sleep, aim for 8 hours of good sleep. 9. The role of circadian rhythm in weight regulation. Another overlooked factor is the circadian rhythm, which is your body's natural internal clock. It regulates not only your sleep-wake cycle but also your metabolism, digestion, and hormone release. When your circadian rhythm is aligned, meaning you sleep at night and are active during the day, your body functions optimally. But when it's disrupted by late-night snacking, irregular bedtimes, or working night shifts, your body becomes confused. Here's how circadian misalignment affects weight. It alters insulin sensitivity, making it harder to process carbs effectively. It increases fat storage, particularly when eating late at night. It reduces energy during the day, leading to less physical activity. Think of it like this. Your body expects fuel during the day and rest at night. If you flip the script, eating heavy meals at midnight while scrolling your phone, your metabolism doesn't know how to respond properly. Over time, this mismatch promotes fat gain. That's why aligning your lifestyle with your circadian rhythm, going to bed and waking up at consistent times, and eating earlier in the day can accelerate weight loss results. 10. Sleep and physical activity. A two-way street. We all know exercise is critical for weight loss, but here's the key insight. Sleep and exercise feed into each other. Poor sleep equals poor exercise performance. When you're sleep deprived, your strength, endurance, and motivation drop. You burn fewer calories during workouts and recover more slowly afterward. Good sleep equals better workouts. With quality sleep, you have more energy, better focus, and improved muscle recovery, which allows you to push harder and burn more calories. Interestingly, the reverse is also true. Exercise improves sleep quality. People who exercise regularly fall asleep faster, spend more time in deep sleep, and wake up feeling more refreshed. So, if you've been struggling with either your workouts or your sleep, focus on improving both together. Think of them as partners in progress. Exercise strengthens your body, sleep repairs and rebuilds it. Together, they create the perfect foundation for fat loss. 11. The domino effect. How sleep influences daily choices. Finally, let's talk about something practical. The daily decisions you make when you're well rested versus when you're sleep deprived. After a good night's sleep, you're more likely to cook a healthy meal, choose nutritious snacks, stay active, and stick to your plan. After a poor night's sleep, you're more likely to hit the snooze button, skip your workout, crave junk food, rely on sugar or caffeine for energy, and feel less motivated to stay consistent. This is what I call the domino effect of sleep. One good night of sleep sets you up for a chain of positive, weight loss-friendly decisions. One bad night of sleep sets off a chain of poor decisions that can sabotage your progress. That's why sleep is not just a background factor, it's the foundation of every health and weight loss choice you make. Alright, let's dive into the final and most practical part of our journey. How you can actually use the power of sleep to support your weight loss goals. Starting tonight, we've already explored the science, the hormones, the metabolism shifts, the cravings, and even the impact on your workouts. Now, it's time to turn theory into action. Because without action, all the knowledge in the world doesn't make a difference. 1. Create a consistent sleep schedule. One of the simplest, but most powerful things you can do for your body is to go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, even on weekends. Why? Because your body thrives on rhythm. Think of it like this. When you go to sleep and wake up at random times, your body doesn't know when to release melatonin, when to slow down your heart rate, when to start releasing growth hormone, or when to regulate cortisol. When you have a consistent schedule, your hormones begin to align with your lifestyle. Melatonin is released right on time to help you drift into sleep. Cortisol rises in the morning to wake you up naturally, rather than jolting you awake with an alarm. Growth hormone peaks during your deepest sleep phases, supporting fat burning and muscle repair. This is not about perfection. Life happens. But aiming for consistency 80 to 90% of the time can transform not only your sleep quality but your weight loss journey. 2. Optimize your sleep environment. Your bedroom should be your temple of rest. Here are some science-backed tweaks you can make tonight. Darkness is key. Light exposure, even from a small lamp or your phone screen, suppresses melatonin. Invest in blackout curtains or use a sleep mask if needed. Cool temperatures. Studies show the ideal sleep temperature is around 65–68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18–20 degrees Celsius. A cooler room helps your body naturally drop its core temperature, signaling it's time to sleep. Silence or soothing sounds. If you live in a noisy environment, try earplugs, a white noise machine, or calming nature sounds. No screens before bed. Blue light from your phone or TV tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime, delaying melatonin release. Try replacing screen time with reading, journaling, or even light stretching. Think of your room as a cave. Dark, cool, quiet, and safe. 3. Watch what you eat and drink. Before bed, nutrition and sleep are deeply connected, and if you're trying to lose weight, you need to be intentional here. Avoid caffeine at least 6 hours before bedtime. Even if you don't feel jittery, caffeine can block deep sleep cycles. Be mindful of alcohol. While it can make you fall asleep faster, alcohol disrupts REM sleep and leaves you feeling unrested. Avoid heavy meals right before bed. Digesting a large dinner can keep your body working when it should be resting. Instead, aim to eat your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Sleep-friendly snacks. If you get hungry late at night, choose something light and supportive of sleep like a banana, a small handful of almonds, or Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey. This balance supports both your sleep and your metabolism. 4. Master your evening routine. Your body needs a wind-down routine, just like children do. Think of your evening routine as a signal to your body. We're shutting down now. Time to relax. Here are some powerful rituals. Dim the lights an hour before bed. Stretch or do gentle yoga to release muscle tension. Practice gratitude journaling to calm your mind and reduce stress. Meditation or breathing exercises to quiet racing thoughts. When you train your body and mind to recognize these cues, sleep becomes effortless. 5. Exercise at the right time. Exercise and sleep are a two-way street. Sleep fuels better workouts, and workouts fuel better sleep. But timing matters. Strenuous exercise too close to bedtime can raise your core temperature and adrenaline, making it harder to fall asleep. If you prefer evening workouts, aim to finish at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Morning or afternoon workouts, on the other hand, can actually improve nighttime sleep by helping regulate your circadian rhythm. 6. The stress-sleep-weight triangle. We can't forget the role of stress. High stress equals poor sleep equals weight gain. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which not only makes it harder to lose belly fat, but also interferes with deep sleep cycles. To break this cycle, try meditation apps. Take evening walks. Journal your worries before bed. Learn to say no more often. Protecting your peace is protecting your health. 7. The 7 to 9 hour rule. Here's the non-negotiable truth. Adults need between 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep for optimal health and weight management. Less than 7 hours consistently, you're almost guaranteed to see your cravings spike, your workouts suffer, and your fat-burning potential slow down. More than 9 hours. It may indicate poor sleep quality or an underlying health condition. So ask yourself, where do you land? Are you giving your body the rest it needs to thrive? 8. Real-life transformation stories. Let me share a quick example. One study followed 2 groups of people eating the exact same diet and doing the same exercise routine. The only difference? One group got 5.5 hours of sleep per night, while the other got 8.5. The result? The sleep-deprived group lost the same amount of weight on the scale, but almost all of it came from muscle, not fat. The well-rested group, however, lost significantly more fat and preserved their muscle mass. That's the difference sleep makes. 9. Action steps for tonight. So, here's your action plan for better sleep and better weight loss. 1. Pick a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. 2. Make your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. 3. Cut caffeine after 2 p.m. 4. Turn off screens an hour before bed. 5. Create a 15-minute wind-down ritual. Do this for just 7 nights in a row, and you'll feel the difference. 10. Final thoughts. Here's the truth. Weight loss isn't just about what you eat or how much you exercise. It's also about how well you sleep. If you ignore sleep, you'll always feel like you're swimming against the current. But if you prioritize it, you'll find the current carrying you toward your goals almost effortlessly. So tonight, ask yourself, are you giving your body the gift of rest? And now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest sleep challenge you face right now? Is it falling asleep, staying asleep, or getting enough hours? Share it in the comments below. So, what do you think? Do you believe better sleep could be the missing piece in your weight loss journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on tips like this. And by the way, if you're ready to take the next step and boost your results even faster, check out the official Smoothie Diet website in the description. It's a simple, yet powerful plan that can really make a difference. Together, let's reset your wellness naturally.